2022 NBA Draft. The San Antonio Spurs select Blake Wesley.
There it is. Owen, great pointer, much needed.
Anderson looks like he's going to try to get points here. He's driving in, gets the
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Chick-fil-A Game of the Night live right here on the Wildcat Broadcast Network. This is Big Coach P, the voice of the Wildcats, and I'm going to be bringing you the action tonight live from Grace College in Winona Lake, Indiana, as the Wildcats have traveled to play in the 2025 Champions of Character Classic. 8 teams in this showcase. All 8 teams were ranked in the preseason rankings, so a lot of outstanding talent in the building, and South Bend Riley happens to be in the prime time slot tonight as we face off against the Spartans of Homestead. Homestead, a very good team in their own right. Both of these teams actually won regional championships last year, and they also brought back a bulk of their team. They are led by number 30, Mac Welker. You'll probably hear his name a lot tonight, 6'6" junior. Already holds a Division I offer, so he'll be a Division I player one of these days. And he's their leading scorer. Comes in averaging about 27 per game, so he's obviously going to be somebody to pay attention to tonight. Now, we are doing audio only tonight because there is a live stream available if you're interested in seeing the video. It is, I believe, $10. You can find that link on our social media pages. Outside of that, we'll be bringing you the audio here from Grace College. And we're under 1 minute to go here in the pregame. Both teams now lining up doing a little pregame picture at half court. And then I assume we'll get into the starting lineups, at which point I'll be quiet momentarily. And then once we come back, we should be ready to get this thing started. Once again in the primetime slot here at Grace College, South Bend Riley Wildcats versus the Spartans of Homestead. We're down to just about 30 seconds to go. The Wildcats coming out with the same starting 5 that they've had in our first 2 games. We are, of course, 2-0. Opened the season with a win on the road against LaPorte, and then took care of the Tinley Tigers at home just about a week ago. So we come into this one 2-0. But this is the first real big test of the season. As I said, Homestead won a regional championship last year, so both these programs on very solid footing. Should be a great competition tonight. And as you hear in the background there, the horn just went off, so I'm going to be quiet and turn things over to the PA announcer. Here comes the starting lineup for the Spartans. There's the starting lineup for Homestead, and now the starting lineup for our Cats. All right, so there you have it. Both teams have been introduced. The starting five for the Wildcats, the same as it has been all season, as I was saying just before I was so rudely interrupted. So we've got Keelan Webster, Tyrese Jones, Dontrell Johnson, DeCorey Parker, and Isaiah Packer on the floor for the Cats. It's going to be Dontrell jumping in the middle. He's going to be jumping against Mac Welker. And we are just about ready to get this thing underway. There is the whistle. And the tip is up, and it's going to be Homestead that controls the tip. Now we're sitting on one of the baselines here inside the arena. And so right now Homestead is moving away from us. Riley on defense facing us. The initial action there defended well by the Wildcats. Spartans moving it around the outside. They've got a lot of size on this Spartan squad, so no doubt they'll be trying to look inside all night. Right now the Wildcats defense looking very active and not a lot there in the early going. Long possession here for the Spartans. Handoff, drive, turns the corner, nothing there, kicks it out. Three-pointer by Emil, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Tree. And now the Cats with their first offensive possession of the night. It's DeCorey Parker bringing it up for Riley. Gets it over to Keelan, looks inside for Tree. Tree now looking for the handoff, gets it to Tyrese Jones, stutter step, pull up jumper. Drew iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Welker. And both teams now 0 for 1 on their first possessions. Now they got it inside. That was Brogan McNeese. He's a big guy, he's a senior. Keelan Webster found himself in a bad position. Pushed him a little bit from behind, so that's going to be a foul on Keelan. It's going to be out of bounds underneath for the Spartans. They run kind of a 4-low set. They get it inside to Welker, and Welker able to finish at the rim. So the first bucket of the night goes to Homestead. Now Riley into their offense. Here's Parker. Rejects the screen, gets to the rim. He tried to kick it out for Keelan. Spartan basketball. Jake Kuhlman walking it up for Homestead. 2-0 here in the early going. A little bit of a feeling out process here in the early going. Trying to figure out what's going to work. Looking inside. Nothing there for Homestead. Tyrese Jones on the defense. And he's giving Jake Kuhlman some fits. Now the ball being moved around the perimeter. Not much there, now a drive. Stop, turn around, jumper, it's up, no good. Rebounded by Tyrese Jones, what a rebound. Now into the open floor, he's dangerous here. Spins, gets it out. Keelan Webster from the wing for three, it's good! Three-pointer there for Keelan Webster, the assist by Tyrese. Ty able to pull down the rebound, got into the open floor, and he's extremely dangerous in transition. And that gives the Riley Wildcats the early lead here, 3-2. And now it's out of bounds. 5:30 officially on the clock. It's going to be side out for Homestead. Here comes the inbound, and they just get it up top. Not a whole lot there. This is Kuhlman with the basketball. He's guarded by DeCorey Parker. Looks to turn the corner, cut off nicely there by DeCorey. Now to the corner, here's Welker. He shot the three, no good. Rebound ran down by the open floor, but Homestead was there on defense, so he pulls it back. Now he drives baseline all the way to the rim. This one knocked out of bounds by Welker. .5:12 officially on the clock. So it's out of bounds underneath for the Cats. They throw it over the top. Here's Tyrese. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. This one comes up short. Rebound pulled down by Homestead. 5 minutes to go now here in the first quarter. Homestead with it, looking to drive. Cut off nicely there by Dontrell. That's Kuhlman with the basketball. And now they move it back up top to set something up. They're looking inside. Here's Welker. Zaya drops, helping on the block. Gets back to his man who's a shooter. Well defended. Now the three-pointer by Kuhlman, and this one is good. Three-pointer there for Homestead. Now the Wildcats get it. Dontrell, top of the key. Tree ball! Another assist for Tyrese Jones. That was a good-looking shot there by Dontrell Johnson. We call him Big Tree. I love it when I get to scream out tree ball because that means he's knocking one down. Homestead back on offense. Riley supplying the defensive pressure here. Hand off to Coolman, turns the corner. Free throw line jumper is up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Keelan Webster. And now the Cats back into the open floor. Corey crosses half court looking to set something up. Nothing there. Gets it to Tree. Hands back to Parker. Up top, Tree just hit one from there. Back to back. No good. Rebound pulled down by Welker. But he stepped out of bounds as he grabbed it. 3:48 officially on the clock. It's going to be out of bounds underneath for the Wildcats. It's going to be Parker taking it out for the Cats. A little bit of discussion on the floor. Not sure what that was about, but they got it figured out. So now, once again, to Corey with it into the corner to Keelan. Starter step, jump shot, up and good. Nice shot there by Keelan. Confident shot by Webster. Homestead now with it. Coleman brings it up against the pressure of DeCorey. Now they get it inside to Welker, and he's able to flip it up and in. Easy bucket there. Caught a screen at the top of the key, turned the corner, caught it moving. Ty couldn't defend at the rim. Here's Jones now, and he's going to go to the rim on the other side. Flips it up. No good. Ball's batted around, but Zaya comes up with it. And actually, I think they're going to call a foul. I didn't catch who they called that foul on. It may have been on Zaya. 3:12 officially on the clock. Homestead basketball. And now they're coming up the floor. They have it knocked away. Riley comes up with the loose ball. Corey gets it to Keelan Webster. Now to the corner, Tyrese. He gets the screen, turns the corner, middle of the lane, all the way to the rim. Ty up and in. Good move there by Tyrese, and a good start for Jones, the Indiana Junior All-Star last year. And 10-7 now is the score. 2:45 officially on the clock. Coolman has it up top and now moves it around. They're trying to look for Welker. Welker has it now on the wing, guarded by Tyrese. Zay came to help. Three-pointer there by Homestead, no good. That was Ryder Emel that took that shot. Nothing there for him. Here's Tyrese back to Parker. Parker drives all the way to the rim, flips it up and in. What a move by Parker. He floated that one high up off the glass and able to get it to go. And it is 12-7 now. 2 minutes just about remaining here in this first quarter. Coolman with it once again. Now he moves it around. Top of the key, this is Ryder Emil, guarded by Isaiah Packer. Zay applying the pressure. Good D there by Zay. Now trying to look inside, nothing there. Once again, well defended by the Cats. They're looking good here defensively. Here's Coolman. Top of the key, looking for the screen, nothing there. You hear the crowd react, and the Wildcats are everywhere on defense right now. 1:45 on the clock. And now back to Coolman up top. They're trying to reset something. Almost got it taken by Parker. Able to corral it now. Three-pointer outside, no good. Good rebound by Tyrese. Now into the open floor. Tyrese Jones out to the corner. Zaya Packer for three. Oh, in and out. Good pass there by Jones and a good shot, but unable to knock that one down. That one went in and out for sure. 12-7 as we approach 1 minute to go here in this first quarter. It's been a good quarter for the Cats. They've been very active on defense and also really active on the boards, which was a point of emphasis coming into this game. As we talk about Homestead with a lot of size. And now I believe a foul has been called on the inside. That's going to be on Tyrese Jones. He's battling Welker, giving up a few inches and maybe a few pounds in that matchup. So he's fighting hard and maybe a little bit too hard on that one as he got whistled for the foul. 1:04 on the clock officially. It's going to be out of bounds underneath for Homestead. They're underneath their own rim. Looking for Welker once again, this time cut off nicely by the Cats. They get it in just barely. Three-pointer by Coolman, no good. A.J. Neely's checked into the game, and he pulls down the rebound. And now we are officially under 1 minute to go here in this first quarter. Dontrell Johnson with the ball up top. 12-7 the score. They're looking to set something up here. Don't know that they'll wait for the last shot necessarily on this possession, but we're at about 40 seconds. Parker with it out near the half-court line. Homestead content to just kind of sit back and wait on the Wildcat offense, so we'll see what happens here. Obviously probably are going to go for the last shot now. Parker just kind of dribbling it out. Everybody kind of waiting around. 17, 16, 15 now on the clock. If I had to guess, they'll probably go at 12, and here it is. Parker now on the move. He's going to get a high screen from Dontriel. Turns the corner, into the middle. What a pass inside to Dontriel. That one got knocked out of bounds by Homestead. 2.9 officially on the clock. I'm going to let this thing run for a second here. 2.9, 12-7 the score. He got it in the tie, and he flipped it up and was unable to finish. And so that is going to do it for the first quarter. 12-7 is the score. A good first quarter for the Cats. Like I said, very active on defense, very active on the glass. Both of those things going to be key to this game. So 12-7 is the result. And while we have a minute here, let's go ahead and take a look at a word from one of our sponsors.
The restaurant. I noticed that she had left without the milkshake. I tried to run after her, and everybody was looking at me like, this crazy lady. Lois, wait.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She ran after me for 2 blocks. As a New Yorker, it's refreshing when people go out of their way for you. Little things like that make a big difference.
That's me. That's you.
So there we go, a quick word from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is the primary benefactor of this broadcast, so shout out to them. We also happen to have Chick-fil-A for our pregame meal today. Always a favorite of the fellas when we walk in with those big bags of chicken sandwiches. So we're heading into the second quarter here. A nice competitive battle there in the first. Both teams kind of starting to settle down there towards the end of that first quarter. We'll see what this second quarter brings for us. The Wildcats going to come back onto the floor with Tyrese Jones, Dontriel Johnson, Isaiah Packer, A.J. Neely, who checked in there near the end of the first, and Corey Parker. It's going to be Riley basketball. They'll be taking it out at half court. It's going to be Dontriel taking it out. I guess I should probably get this scoreboard situated real quick. There we go, 8 minutes on the clock, and we are officially underway. Tree able to inbound to Parker, and he walks it across half court. Now to Zaya, top of the key, moves it to Tyrese. Now to Zay, drives, draws the foul. Good move there by Zay. Good pass by Ty. Zay nice and aggressive, attack the rim. Able to draw the foul, and that's going to put him on the free throw line. Isaiah, senior class of 2026, already committed to the Warriors of Indiana Tech. Outstanding program out here in the Fort Wayne area. First free throw for Zay is up and good. So he knows where he'll be playing college ball next year. As he steps to the line now for the second of 2 free throws. Second one is up, and it's good. So 2 points there for Zay. 7:47 officially on the clock. Out of bounds underneath, full length of the floor for Homestead. Cat showing a little bit of press on this one as Tion Watley checks into the game. Guess I had to think of his name there. I've only known the kid for a few years. Love you, Tion. Homestead with the basketball, 14-7 the score. Up top to Welker. Welker guarded by Tion. Cut off nicely. Tion giving up a lot of size there, but he's a strong and tough kid. Here's Welker, 3 from the corner. And that one's good. Big shot there by Welker. They needed that one. Tion was supplying the defense, but Welker at 6'6". Tion's maybe 5'11". Able to shoot over the top of him, and we've got ourselves a 4-point game. Here's A.J. Neely all the way to the hole. Up and in. Nice move there by the sophomore. He is the younger brother of Jalen Barbera, a senior on last year's regional championship team, playing college ball now at IU Kokomo. So A.J. has been around the program for a few years now. We have high expectations for that kid, and he showed why on that one. Nice move. Homestead with it now on the offensive end. 16-10 the score, 6:42 officially on the clock. And the Wildcat defense looking good. Here's Welker guarded by Tion once again. He's able to get baseline. Flips it up, no good. Rebounded by Tyrese, and the Cats are off and running. Ty into the open floor. Gets it over to Dontriel. Fake the pass inside, flips it up and in, and a blocking foul. It's good. What a move by Tree, able to get it up and in for the and one.
There you go.
Tree caught it on the wing, faked the pass. Had two defenders jump to that side. All of a sudden, the lane opened up. And he was able to drive through the middle, flip it up and in. Somebody met him at the rim. Lots of contact. Blocking call foul is called. 6:25 officially on the clock as Tree knocks down the free throw. Cats up now 19-10. As Kuhlman walks it up for Homestead. He's being harassed by DeCorey. Nothing there, able to get in the middle of the lane though. Pull-up jumper, and a nice shot there by Kuhlman. He really had Corey kind of draped all over him. Now here's DeCorey, top of the key, drives the lane, flips it up and in. Nice move by Corey. Came right down the middle of the lane. Outstanding move, and we're under 6 minutes to go now here in this second quarter. Homestead with it. This is Ryder, Imel. Trying to look inside. Ball knocked away by A.J. Great steal. Now passed ahead to Tree in transition. No good, but he's fouled.
Good save,
5:37 on the clock. That's going to put Dontrell Johnson at the free throw line. It was A.J. Neely making the defensive play. And it's going to be a timeout for Homestead. They were trying to look inside, and A.J. Neely, who is probably the smallest guy on the floor, battling down there in the post, able to knock it away. DeCorey ended up with the loose ball. He threw it ahead to Tree. Got all the way to the rim, and then was fouled in the process. So while we got ourselves a quick break here, let's go ahead and hear another word from our sponsors.
Gates $1 Million Christmas Giveaway. 1,000 used, clearance priced from $89.99. Free candy for the kids, sweet deals for mom and dad. Save during the Christmas giveaway only at Gates. Elkhart, Granger, Mishawaka, and South Bend.
All right, so there you have it. A word from Gates Chevrolet, an outstanding partner of Riley Wildcats boys basketball, as well as the Riley Athletic Department as a whole. So shout out to them. If you're looking for some new wheels, they've got 5 outstanding locations in the South Bend, Mishawaka, and Elkhart areas. Please stop by, and they will take care of you. 5:37 remaining on the clock here in the second quarter. 21-12 is the score. The Cats coming back onto the floor. Isaiah Packer back into the game. A.J. Neely still out there. Jawan Johnson into the game. Dontrell Johnson. And Corey Parker rounding things out. So it's going to be Dontrell at the free throw line, shooting 2. Was fouled in transition after A.J. Neely forced the turnover. Tree at the free throw line. It gets pretty quiet in the gym all of a sudden. Free throws up, and it's good. Nice shot there by Tree. 22-12 now the score. And the second free throw for Tree. This one is good as well. Good free throw shooting by the Cats. 4 for 4 tonight, if I'm not mistaken. As we approach 5:30 to go here in this second quarter. Kuhlman bringing it up. Guarded by Parker. They tried to run a high screen. Parker able to get over the top of it. Moving it around now. They're looking inside. Isaiah on Welker inside. They go baseline. Back out to Welker on the wing. He's guarded by Zay. Cut off nicely. Three-pointer now. This is Kuhlman. That's good. Nice shot by Kuhlman. Now Jawan from the corner knocks it down. Jawan Johnson just stepped into the game, already making an impact. He's been shooting the heck out of the basketball these last couple of weeks, and he's another one of those young guys that have been around the program for a while. And we have very high expectations for that kid. Great shot on that one, answering the 3 by Homestead on the other side. Kuhlman now with it inside. Gets it back out to the big guy, nothing there. Now Coolman another three, and he knocks this one down. Back-to-back threes for Coolman. And the Spartans starting to come alive a little bit as we're at the 4:30 mark here of the second quarter. Now to AJ. Some 1-3-1 being shown now by Homestead. 1-3-1, the weak points are usually going to be the corners. If you can get somebody into the middle of the lane, you can usually find some room to make something happen. Here's AJ, drives middle, gets it inside, looks for Tree. Now to Zay from the corner for three, and it's good! Ball kind of knocked around a bit. Tree came down with it, flipped it out to Zay, and Zay knocked it down. Three-pointer for the Cats, 29-18 now the score, 3:57 officially on the clock. And that's twice now. Homestead has hit threes, and then the Cats have answered. Here's Welker now, guarded by Zay. Switch on the screen. Here's Coolman, the drive. Pull-up jumper. This one good. Coolman now. 8 straight points by that young man. Parker's going to walk it up against this 1-3-1 once again. So they're running a 1-3-1. They've got their big guys at the top of this thing. So Welker at 6'6". Now here's Zay, opposite side. Another three, no good. Ball tipped around. And A.J. Neely comes down with it. Now inside the Tree. Able to corral it and flip it up and in. Outstanding play once again by A.J. Neely. Our young guys coming into the game and making an impact. And Tree with a nice move on the inside. Kind of pump faked it a little bit. Got the guy off his balance and able to finish it. 3 minutes to go here. Here's Welker, top of the key. Way off, but the rebound pulled down by Mason Weaver. Now out to Coolman, who's been on fire. 8 straight points for him here in this last minute or two. Ball up top now for Homestead. Nothing there. Defended well by Isaiah. That was Mason Weaver with the basketball. Weaver's their shooter. Parker on Coolman. Looks for the high screen. Nothing there. Now the trap by the Cats. Almost picked off by Jawan. He thought about it. Now the ball tipped by Parker, but Welker comes up with it, and that's going to be a foul. I believe that's going to go against Dontrell Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. 2:30 officially on the clock. And yes, that is going to go against Tree. Keelan Webster and Tyrese Jones back into the game. A.J. Neely going to take a seat along with Dontrell Johnson. 31-20 the score, 2:30 remaining on the clock. It's going to be out of bounds underneath for Homestead. They're under their own rim. Running this 4-low set again. This time they throw it up over the top to Weaver. They're looking for Welker. Turns the corner, and that's going to be a foul. That one's going to be on 3. That's Tyrese Jones. That's his second foul. Got caught on that curl screen. Earlier in the game, we saw Welker able to use that same curl screen and get to the bucket, so that time Ty fouled him. Now inside to Welker. Zay tried to take the charge. Nothing there, but the ball came loose. Here's Keelan. Open floor, up and in. What a move by Keelan Webster. And now a timeout called once again for Homestead. 2:08 officially on the clock. So I'll go ahead and run this thing for 2 more seconds. There we go. 2:08, 33-20 is the score. And the Cats firing on all cylinders here in the first half. Looking really good defensively. But outside of that, also looking really good offensively. Jawan Johnson checked in the game, knocked down a shot. A.J. Neely's made a couple of plays really on both ends of the floor. Dontrell Johnson has made a couple of plays down here. Isaiah Packer knocked down a 3, so a lot of different guys doing it. And then DeCorey Parker, as usual, kind of leading the way quietly for this squad, supplying the defense on Coolman. I think that's really kind of throwing Homestead off here in this early going. The Riley defense has been impressive. Coming into this season, that was really one of the questions that a lot of people had about this team. We graduated 5 seniors off of last year's regional championship team. And so anytime you graduate those kind of numbers, you're going to have some question marks coming back. All 5 of those guys playing college basketball now. So coming into this year, a lot of new faces. But we've got some returning faces as well. Isaiah Packer, Tyrese Jones, Tion Wiley, all part of that regional championship team last year. A.J. Neely as well, Jawan Johnson. They were sort of along the ride there as role players on that team last season. Now stepping into more prominent roles, and we've seen them both make an impact here in this first half. So 2:08 It's going to be out of bounds underneath full length of the floor for the Spartans. It's going to be Welker taking it out. And no pressure really being shown here by Cats, although Juwan does come down to guard him full length. And Weaver able to turn the corner, and he's going to draw a foul on Webster. So Juwan came down and tried to guard Weaver full length of the floor. Weaver able to turn the corner, got to the rim, and it led to a foul on Keelan, who had to kind of run over and try to help. 2:01 on the clock as Weaver goes to the free throw line. First free throw is up. It rattles around, and it is in. 33-21 now on the scoreboard. 2:01 officially on the clock. Second free throw for Weaver coming up. This one is up, rattles around. This one also in. So 33-22. We are now under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Here's Corey Parker. Trap coming as soon as he passes half court, moves it to the opposite side to Keelan. Now back to Corey up top. Once they break that first trap, once we cross half court, they're falling back into their half court defense. Right now playing a little bit of man is Homestead as we approach 90 seconds remaining here in this first half. Here is the handoff now to Ty. Ty to Zay. Zay turns the corner. Pull-up jumper from the baseline. No good. Rebound pulled down by Weaver. Now Homestead in business. Weaver once again turns the corner. He got it out to Brogan McNeese, and Brogan able to knock down the jumper. So all of a sudden we got ourselves a 9-point game, just about 1 minute remaining here in this first half. Here's Parker to Ty. Ty over to Juwan. Juwan Johnson, three-pointer, and another three for Juwan. What a big shot by that young man, and now a timeout going to be called by the Wildcats. And I said it a few minutes ago, these Cats just keep answering. And there's another three for Juwan. 57.7 officially on the clock. 36-24 is the score. Juwan Johnson shooting that thing confidently. I believe that's Tyrese Jones' third, maybe fourth assist of the half. Able to kick it over to Juan. Juan just nice and calm and confident knocking that thing down. And the Cats push the lead back to 12 here in the first half. Homestead really probably looking for some answers on the offensive end, and it's been the Wildcats defense that has really kind of been the story of the night, along with the rebounding. Despite the size difference, Cats have been very competitive. As I said, that was really a point of emphasis coming into this one. It's going to be Welker taking it out for the Spartans. Out of bounds underneath full length of the floor. Once again, no press being shown by the Cats. And Weaver walks it across half court. He'll be met by Juwan Johnson. We are under a minute. Welker guarded by Zaya. Switch on the pick. Now they move it around. Here's Kuhlman. They're looking inside. They get it into Welker. He's guarded by Packer. Turn around. Flip shot up. No good. Rebounded by Keelan. And now with just about 30 seconds remaining, guessing the Cats might hold it for the last one. 20 seconds now on the clock. Head coach Alex Daniel yelling out some instructions for his young Cats. And here we are at 12 seconds. Corey looks for the back door. Nothing there. Now the high screen from Tree. Now over to Zay. Top of the key. Back to Corey. Corey gets baseline. Pull-up jumper. And it's good. Nice shot there by Corey. And you heard it there in the background. The buzzer goes off, so that's it. The first half is over. An outstanding half of basketball for the Wildcats. 38-24 is the score. Hopefully I'll have some stats for you here momentarily. But a great first half by all involved. And the Cats with a big 14-point lead here in the first half. Homestead ranked number 12 in the most recent IBCA poll. That is the Indiana Basketball Coaches Poll. And I am now being handed the stats by one Nick Weldy, one of our outstanding assistants here at South Bend Riley. So let's take a look at these numbers here for the Wildcats. The leading scorer, Dontrell Johnson, with 10 points. He's 3 of 4 from the floor. He got the big and one in transition. Outside of him, Keelan Webster with 7 points, 2 rebounds. Jawan Johnson with those 2 3-pointers with 6 points. Corey Parker with 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Tyrese Jones, only 2 points, but he's got 5 assists to go with 3 rebounds, so really finding other ways to affect the game. So a lot of different guys getting it done. At the end of the day, the Wildcats shooting 64% from the field, 62% from 3, and they have not missed a free throw, while at the same time holding Homestead to just 45% from the field and forcing 3 turnovers. So an outstanding statistical half there for the Cats. We're going to go ahead and sit back, take ourselves a little break, and send you off to our halftime show, which is going to consist of some words from our sponsors. We will be back in just about 8 minutes and 30 seconds, folks.
We see a future leader, learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Everyone wins during Gates' $1 Million Christmas Giveaway. 1,000 used clearance priced from $89.99. Free candy for the kids, sweet meals for mom and dad. Save during the Christmas Giveaway only at Gates, Elkhart, Granger, Mishawaka, and South Bend.
I was having a bad day. I decided, go get yourself some Chick-fil-A. Get my order, New York pace, walking out the restaurant.
I noticed that she had left without the milkshake. I tried to run after her, and everybody was looking at me like, this crazy lady. Lois, wait.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She ran after me for 2 blocks. As a New Yorker, it's refreshing when people go out of their way for you. Little things like that make a big difference.
That's me. That's you.
Leadership Insurance Agency, representing Erie Insurance, is a locally owned and operated independent insurance agency determined to offer each client individual attention. This attention is backed with over 150 years of combined insurance experience and a proven service-oriented track record. Leadership Insurance is a full-service agency offering business, home, auto, and life insurance. We take pride in meeting your specific needs, and we specialize in upscale home and auto insurance as well as quality business insurance. Calling Clay Township home for over 30 years, we serve the needs of over 5,000 families and businesses in the greater Michiana area. For more information, give Leadership Insurance Agency a call at 574-277-1611 or visit their website at www.leadershipins.com.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader, learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Everyone wins during Gates' $1 Million Christmas Giveaway. 1,000 used clearance priced from $89.99. Free candy for the kids, sweet meals for mom and dad. Save during the Christmas Giveaway only at Gates, Elkhart, Granger, Mishawaka, and South Bend.
I was having a bad day. I decided, go get yourself some Chick-fil-A. Get my order, New York pace, walking out the restaurant.
I noticed that she had left without the milkshake. I tried to run after her, and everybody was looking at me like, this crazy lady. Lois, wait.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She ran after me for 2 blocks. As a New Yorker, it's refreshing when people go out of their way for you. Little things like that make a big difference.
That's me. That's you.
The Leadership Insurance Agency representing Erie Insurance is a locally owned and operated independent insurance agency determined to offer each client individual attention. This attention is backed with over 150 years of combined insurance experience and a proven service-oriented track record. Leadership Insurance is a full-service agency offering business, home, auto, and life insurance. We take pride in meeting your specific needs, and we specialize in upscale home and auto insurance as well as quality business insurance. Calling Clay Township home for over 30 years, we serve the needs of over 5,000 families and businesses in the greater Michiana area. For more information, give Leadership Insurance Agency a call at 574-277-1611 or visit their website at www.leadershipins.com.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Chick-fil-A Game of the Night live right here on the Wildcat Broadcast Network. We've got just about 2 minutes remaining in this halftime intermission. The score is 38-24. The Wildcats up here in the early going. Go ahead and get this scoreboard set up for us here. It will be the third quarter, and there will be 8 minutes on the clock. We are under 2 minutes to go. And it's been a great team effort for the Wildcats. The defense really kind of leading the way. And then a nice balance offensively. A lot of different guys scoring the basketball. Tyrese Jones, one of the big scorers on this Wildcats team. They call him Mr. 45 after his legendary performance in last year's regional championship game versus Warsaw, where he finished with 45 points and 10 rebounds. But tonight, comes out here and has 5 assists in the first half. And that's just really the kind of player that Tyrese is. He's at his best when he's just kind of flying around being a basketball player. He's a great rebounder. You saw him fly in and grab a couple there in the first half, or at least you heard about it, I guess. And he's also great at distributing the basketball. I would expect to see him get a little more active in the scoring column in this second half. But nonetheless, a great start for the Cats. We're under a minute to go here in this half as Homestead makes their way back onto the floor. The Cats now going to be moving away from us. As I said earlier, we are situated on one of the baselines here at Grace College. We are, of course, at the Champions of Character Basketball Classic. An outstanding event, all 8 teams, really high-powered teams. We are live from the Capitol Center on the campus of Grace College in Winona Lake, Indiana. We passed the lake on the way in. Saw a bunch of the Christmas lights on some of the houses around the lake. The snow was flying and falling. Pretty beautiful picture out there. Pretty beautiful scenery in here as well as the Wildcats up 38-24. You hear the horn in the background signaling the end of the half, which means this game is just about to get this second half started. I would assume the Cats going to come out with their normal starters, but we shall see here momentarily. Both teams huddled up now on the sideline, and the black and whites making their way to their positions on the floor. So I am correct as Tree, Ty, Zaya, DeCory, and Keelan make their way onto the floor for the Cats. It looks like it's going to be Homestead basketball. They're going to be out right at half court. It's going to be Weaver taking it out. I'm guessing he may look to, oh, excuse me, not Weaver. That was Elam taking it out. Or Emel. Jeez, I'm just messing that whole call up. All right. So now the quarter is underway. Homestead with it. Looking for Coleman. Coleman, as he has been all night, hounded by Parker. Looking inside for Welker. He's being guarded by Zay. Now here's the big guy, McNeese, but they're going to call a foul. Who's that one on, I believe? That's going to go against Tyrese. Well, that's important. Excuse me, maybe that was on Keelan. So 38-24, here's Kuhlman inside, middle lane, flips it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Keelan. And the Wildcats are in business on offense. 38-24, 7:23 on the clock as Parker crosses half court. They move it now to Zay on the left wing as we look at it. Now to Dontrell, top of the key. Hands off to Parker, looks for the screen. Parker guarded by the big guy. It's a mismatch, gets it inside, flips it up off glass, no good. Ball knocked around out of bounds. That's going to be out of bounds on Tyrese. 7:07 now on the clock. 38-24 the score. Homestead going to bring it up. No pressure being shown. Looks like DeCorey's going to meet him there about half court. Kuhlman with it. Now into the corner for Weaver. Weaver over to Emel. Emel looks to drive, turns the corner, flips it up. No good. Ball batted around, but Dontrell able to pull down the rebound. Here's Tyrese into the open floor. He looks to drive, has it knocked away, and this one goes out of bounds. I'm off the clock here, so I'm going to just let this run for a second. It's going to be out of bounds underneath for Homestead. Excuse me, for the Wildcats. It's going to be DeCorey taking it out. Clock is now just about right. He's able to get it into Tree, right back to Corey, pull-up jumper. This one no good, a little bit long. Rebounded by Emel, and now into the open floor. He's got 3 cats on him, though. And now the foul going to be called, I believe, on Dontrell. He found himself in the open floor and then all of a sudden was surrounded by 3 Wildcats. 6:33 on the clock. It's going to be side out. Tion Wiley into the game now for Dontrell. I believe Tree picked up that last one, and it was his 3rd. So that may be something to keep an eye on here as this game progresses. 6:30 on the clock now here in the 3rd quarter, though. Tion on the defense. He's guarding the big guy. Help comes. And they call a foul on the inside. That's Brogan McNeese, the 6'6" senior. He was guarded inside by Tion. Isaiah Packer came on the help. Called him for the foul. If I'm being honest, I didn't see it, and I'm sitting right in front of it. That's how it goes sometimes. So 6:23 on the clock, 38-26 on the scoreboard. And now 27 after he makes the free throw. So Wildcat basketball. Little light press being shown now by Homestead. That's something that we expected coming in. And a timeout called quickly by Alex Daniel. As soon as DeCorey crossed half court, the trap came. And Coach Daniel calls the 30-second timeout rather quickly, just to kind of talk to his guys about this press that we're seeing now. 38-27 the score, 6:12 officially on the clock. The Cats looking to find their groove here in the 3rd quarter. Isaiah, Keelan Webster, DeCorey Parker, Tyrese Jones, and I believe Tion is going to remain in the basketball game. It's going to be side out for the Cats. 38-27 on the scoreboard. Some discussion going on the floor. Not sure what we're discussing. But here the ball is in, and Tion able to get it in to DeCory without issue. He crosses the center line, and we're in business on the offensive end. Here's Parker now to Zay. Ball is reversed now to Ty. Ty looks to turn the corner. He's guarded by Coolman. Pull-up jumper. This one no good, but the offensive rebound chased down by Zaya. Now the three for Corey, and it's good! Big shot there by Corey, and an outstanding offensive rebound by Isaiah Packer. He come flying in out of nowhere. Pulled it down, found Corey for the three. Now inside to Welker. He's guarded by Packer. Turns, flips it up. And that foul is going to be called on Isaiah. He's trying to defend Welker on the inside. Looked like he was straight up, but the foul is going to be called. And that is the third on Isaiah. So fouls may be an issue as we get down the stretch. Free throw by Welker is up, and it's good. 41-28 now on the scoreboard. 5:38 officially on the clock as Welker steps back to the free throw line. This free throw is up and good. Welker knocks down both free throws. 41-29 now. They're showing a little bit of this press. And really, they're just kind of waiting for you to cross half court. As soon as you cross half court, then the trap comes. So you just got to know what's coming and get rid of it quickly. Webster from the corner, and it's good! Big shot there by Keelan. And I, of course, forgot to start the clock. We're actually at 5:18 on the other end. A three-pointer, no good. And out of bounds on the Cats. Isaiah was fighting for the rebound. I'm going to let this clock run so I can kind of get caught up. 5:14 officially. Out of bounds underneath for Homestead. They get it in. McNeese off glass and good. Clock is just about right. We're at 5:08. Tyrese into the open floor. Pulls it back out and gets it to Parker. 44-31. Here's Parker. Has it on the wing. Guarded by guarded by Emel. Now to the corner, Tyrese, three-pointer from Zay. This one's short. Zay tips it. Now Tyrese comes up with it, gets it inside. Keelan at the rim, flips it up and in. The hustle play is going Riley's way. Isaiah got his hand on another one. Tyrese came up with a loose ball, faded inside to Keelan. Able to flip it up and in for the layup, and the Cats are up 46-31. Homestead now right in front of us with the basketball. Moving around now, McNeese on the far wing, looking inside, defended well by Parker. Looks to drive, nothing there. Now they get it over to their shooter, and that's good. So 4:14 on the clock officially. 46-34 is the score. That was Mason Weaver. He's just a freshman, but a confident kid. He found himself open on that one, able to knock down the three that closes the gap to 12. And that gives me a great opportunity to tell you that for all of your banking needs, there's only one First Source Bank. First Source Bank is proud to support the Riley High School basketball team this season. They're committed to the success of our schools, students, and communities. So please visit them at firstsource.com, member FDIC. Go Wildcats. So shout out to First Source, one of our amazing sponsors this year. And we hold a 12-point lead here about midway through this third quarter, 46-34 on the scoreboard. It's been an all-around team effort for the Cats. Homestead starting to get some things going now. A couple of Cats in some foul trouble. I think Tyrese has three, Zay has three, and I think maybe Dontriell has three. I may be wrong. He might only be at two. But nonetheless, something to pay attention to. Got to be careful on those matchups. Zay with a couple of good hustle plays here in this quarter, an offensive rebound, and another one where he tipped it, kept it alive, and the Cats able to capitalize. And as I said, all the hustle points right now going the Wildcats' way. If that continues, should be in pretty good shape. Up 12. It's going to be Tion Watley taking it out for the Cats, out of bounds underneath full length of the floor. Homestead is showing a little bit of this press once again. They're going to get it into Parker. And they move it back to Tion. They're not really trying to press. They're just kind of sitting back waiting. And like I said, as soon as you cross half court, they're going to trap. Now they're into the corner. Zay cross court to Tion. Tion back to the corner. Here's Zay. Stutter step. Middle lane. Pull-up jumper. Nice shot there by Zaya. When And he gets to his spot. He is a knockdown shooter, and he knocked that one down. Nice move by Zay. 48-34 on the scoreboard. 3:45 officially on the clock. We are in the third quarter. Homestead with the basketball. This is Mason Weaver now. They move it around. Opposite side, here's Emil. Three-pointer, no good, and that one touches the top of the backboard. Going to be out of bounds. Riley basketball. Tion once again going to take it out. And now it looks like Homestead going to fall back out of that press. Hasn't really been doing them too much good. They fall now into the 1-3-1 half court. They're going to bring Welker all the way out to the half court line. They'll really extend this thing. So the Cats now are going to look to space things out. Here's Corey. Drives into the teeth, pulls it back out. Reverses now to Ty. Ty to the corner. Tion Watley. Back out to Ty. Thought about the three. No. Drives. Corey. Shot from the top. Three-pointer no good. Rebound pulled down by McNeese. Now a foul going to be called. Trying to see who it's on. Hoping it's not on Zaya. And it's not. It's on Keelan Webster. That is his third. But that's actually a good break for the Cats because that would have been Zay's fourth. So that's going to put McNeese on the line. Brogan McNeese, 6'6". He's a senior. 3:09 on the clock. 48-34 the score as McNeese lines up for the first free throw. Homestead now in the bonus. Free throw up and good. And what you don't want to do is give a good team like Homestead a bunch of free ones at the line. A.J. Neely into the game now for Keelan Webster, who just picked up his third foul. But you don't want to give them a bunch of free points at the line while the clock is not running. So the Cats going to have to be careful here. 48-35 as McNeese lines up the second free throw. Shot is up. This one draws back iron and no good. Wildcats with the rebound. It's Parker bringing it up against the defensive Welker. Reverse now to Tion. Tion at the wing. Gets it back over to Corey. Corey inside to Zaya. Missed it. Got it back. Flips it over to Ty. Ty unable to finish. So Zay had it at the rim, unable to finish his layup. Got his own rebound, flipped it to Ty. Ty unable to finish. And then the ball is eventually knocked out of bounds on the Cats. So 2:47 on the clock. It is going to be Homestead basketball. Full length of the floor here. The Cats getting their defense set up. It's going to be Kuhlman walking it up for Homestead. Now they get over to Welker. Welker is guarded by Zaya. Look to get downhill, cut off nicely. Now Kuhlman fell on the play. Somehow Corey ended up with it. And then Welker somehow ended up with it. That was just kind of a razzle-dazzle play there. The ball kind of bouncing around. 2:15 on the clock. Messed that up again. I'll fix it here momentarily. 48-37 is the score now. Inside to A.J. Neely, out to Corey. Corey fakes the pass, has it tapped away from the back. They're going to call a foul. 2:02 on the clock. So I'm going to get this thing fixed for you. There we go. 2:02, 48-37 is the score. Juwan Johnson coming into the game now, I believe, for the Cats. He does. He checks in for Isaiah, who will sit down. It's going to be side out for the Cats. Looks like it's going to be Tion taking it out. Dontriel also into the game. And, of course, as soon as I said it'll be Tion taking it out, he's checking out for Tree. So it will be Tree throwing it in. Side out. They're at about the volleyball line extended on the far side of the floor as I'm looking at him. Tree able to inbound it to Parker. And now the Cats into business on offense. Here's Tyrese back out to Parker. Three-pointer to Corey. No good. Ball tapped around and another offensive rebound, this time by Tyrese. Another hustle play for the Cats. Here's Parker. Corner. Dontriel took the three. No good. And it's Tyrese Jones with another offensive rebound. I said he's at his best when he's flying around just being a basketball player, and you see him doing it now. A.J. Neely for three. No good. And another offensive rebound by Tyrese Jones. What an amazing sequence there by Tyrese. Back-to-back-to-back offensive rebounds. And that's the kind of energy that you need to win in a game like this. He is eventually fouled. I believe it's going to be out of bounds underneath for the Wildcats. 48-37 is the score, 1:31 officially on the clock, but Tyrese just flying around the floor, getting his hand on every loose ball. And the Cats still holding on to an 11-point lead here with just about 90 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Here's Parker out of bounds underneath. Throws it into Juwan. Right back to Parker up top now. He's guarded by Kuhlman. Looking to set something up. The sagging man defense right now being shown by Homestead. The help side really dropping down low into that paint. 1:09 now on the clock. I keep screwing it up. Inside the Tree. Tree back out to Parker up top. He turns the corner, middle of the lane, gets it to Tree, flip it up and in. What a pass by Parker. We're under 1 minute to go as Homestead brings it up. Here's Kuhlman. Gets it over to McNeese. Long jumper. This one's good, and that's a three. 40 seconds remaining now in this third quarter. Wildcats with the basketball. Parker crosses half court, and as I've said in these last couple of quarters, I'm guessing they're going to hold for the last shot here. Tyrese and Corey moving it back and forth up top. Just moving the defense a little bit, keeping them active. 10-point lead for the Cats. Going to look to push that to 12 or 13 here on this last possession. Here's Corey. We're down to 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 on the clock now. Corey turns the corner, and he's going to be fouled immediately. 9.6 on the clock. So 9 seconds, 9.6 officially. Tyrese going to take it out right in front of the Wildcat bench, side out, right about that volleyball line extended area. He's going to look to just throw it into the backcourt to Corey. He's able to corral it, and now we're down to about 6 seconds. Corey guarded by Welker up top 4, 3, 2, 1. Over to Juwan. He's made a couple already. Got it off and got hit. And the foul is called, I believe. And that's going to put Juwan Johnson at the free throw line for 3. They got it to him there for the last second. I believe it was Braylon McNeese, who fouled him. There is some discussion going on here amongst the rest. I think maybe they're trying to figure out who actually committed the foul. And they're going to call this one on the floor. So he got hit on the shot. They're saying that he shot it, came down, and then got fouled. So it is not a shooting foul. They're putting 0.4 on the clock. So that's a little bizarre. I thought that Juwan should have been shooting 3 free throws on that one. Instead, we're going to get some sort of half-court prayer here. Not exactly sure what head coach Alex Daniels is going to have drawn up for this scenario. But 0.4 on the clock, so as soon as you touch it, it's pretty much got to go in. Tree into Corey. Corey throws it up and no good. So no big surprise there. So the Wildcats coming out of this third quarter with a 10-point lead. Kind of an even quarter, honestly. Both teams making some shots, both teams making some plays. Homestead bested us by a couple few points in that one. But Riley with a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter. This is where it matters. This is where it counts the most. Both teams trying to pull off a big early season victory against a reigning regional champion. That also gives me a great opportunity, though, to tell you that the Eaton Corporation is a power management company doing business in more than 160 countries and is dedicated to improving people's lives with safe and sustainable power management technologies. Eaton is also a proud supporter of Riley Wildcats and says, "Go Cats." So shout out to the Eaton Corporation, another one of our outstanding sponsors here at the Riley boys basketball program. Just getting ready to get this fourth quarter started. Both teams in their huddles. You hear the buzzer in the background signaling the end of the break. We'll see who the Cats come out with. Looks like A.J. Neely, DeCorey Parker, Jawan Johnson, Dontrielle Johnson, and Tyrese Jones onto the floor now. It is going to be, I believe, Wildcat basketball. Indeed it is, so it'll be Tree taking it out. 10-point lead as we begin this fourth quarter. Can the Cats hang on? As the music fades out and the ball is inbounded to DeCorey, and we are in business here in the fourth quarter. Parker with it. Kind of probing the defense. Back in this 1-3-1. Tyrese had it knocked away, and then he throws it to A.J. A.J. to the rim. Lots of contact, but no call. 7:41 on the clock. A.J. drove and found himself with two big guys all over him. Ended up on the floor, but no call, so it's going to be out of bounds underneath for the Cats. DeCorey takes it out for Riley. Able to throw it over the top to A.J., and now the Wildcats are in business. A.J. now to Parker on the opposite wing, and the Cats look to set something up. DeCorey, nice move inside, gets to the lane at the rim, and he draws the foul. Great move there by Parker. Now, one of the great things about DeCorey is the pace that he plays the game at. He just always seems to know what the right play to make is. He doesn't force a lot of shots, but he'll go get you one when you need one. I think he thought right there was a great opportunity to explode into the lane as he knocks down his first free throw. Really becoming a leader on this basketball team. Leads the team in both assists and steals. And has just played some outstanding defense here in these first three games, including tonight. Here's a second free throw. This one rattles up around, no good. And then knocked out of bounds. They're going to say knocked out by Riley as Isaiah Packer checks back into the game for A.J. Neely. 7:28 officially on the clock. 51-40 is the score. Homestead going to bring the ball up now. This is Ryder Emel. He's bringing it up against the defense of Jawan Johnson. It was Kuhlman that handled the ball quite a bit in the first half. Homestead switching some things up. And now the foul going to be called inside on Parker. They got it to Welker. He went for the spin move. Parker was there for the help. 7:17 officially on the clock. Looking for Welker. They get it to him. Turnaround jumper. No good. Defended well. But rebounded by McNeese inside. And now the three, and that was Kuhlman. Big shot there for the Spartans as we're at 7 minutes to go now in this ball game. 51-43 is the score. Homestead starting to feel a little bit of life here in this fourth quarter. See what the Cats can get going here offensively. Here's Tyrese to the corner. Here's Zay. Now back up top to Parker. Parker, floater, no good. Rebounded by Welker. And now Homestead off and running. Starting to feel the energy shift just a little bit here in this fourth quarter. Now the drive. This one flipped up in the air, no good. That was Emel on the drive. Ball went out of bounds. They're going to say out on the Cats. Jawan Johnson takes a seat as Keelan Webster checks back in for the Cats. 6:26 officially on the clock. It's going to be out of bounds underneath. 4 across set being shown once again for Homestead. Now they look to get it inside. Nothing there. Now the high screen. Actually, they hand off to McNeese. He turns the corner. Jumper from the elbow, and it's good. All of a sudden, we've got ourselves a 6-point ball game with 6 minutes to go. The Wildcats going to have to get something going here on offense. This 1-3-1's been giving them some trouble. Here's Parker now. Reverses back to Tyrese. Ty now over to Zay. Zay out to Corey. Ball movement. Flying around. Here's Dontrielle for 3. No good. And another rebound for Homestead. 5:45 officially on the clock, 51-45 the score. Kuhlman with it, guarded by Zaya. They're trying to look inside to Welker. Trying to create the angle, defended well by Tyrese. Now a shot from the other side, no good. Rebound pulled down by Zay. 5:30 now on the clock. Parker gets it ahead to Tyrese. Now back to Parker. Parker looks for the high screen from Tree, gets it, turns the corner, gets inside, flips it back out. Dontrell, another jumper. And this one he knocks down. Big shot there for Tree. And a great assist there by Parker. 5:17 now on the clock. 54-45 the score. We've got ourselves a ball game. Both teams knocking down some shots. Both teams making some plays. We are just over 5 minutes to go. And with just over 5 minutes to go, I would like to tell you that your trusted community lender, Ramaya Williams with Cross Country Mortgage, is ready to help you score big. She's all about getting it done, and we're talking a full-on slam dunk every time, so don't wait. Call Cross Country Mortgage at 574-703-4006 today. Shout out to Ramaya Williams and Cross Country Mortgage, another one of our sponsors here at Riley Wildcats basketball. 5:17 on the clock. 54-45 the score. And it's going to be all about who makes the plays down the stretch here in these last 5 minutes. Cats have pretty much led this thing from the jump. Homestead been hanging around, able to knock down some shots here in the second half, and they've managed to close the gap a little bit. Cats going to come out with Keelan Webster, Dontrell Johnson, DeCorey Parker, Tyrese Jones, and Isaiah Packer. So the starting unit back on the floor now, 5:17 on the clock. It's going to be Homestead basketball. They're coming full length of the floor. They're coming right at us. McNeese going to inbound to Emel. And now we are in business. Emel guarded by Tyrese as he crosses half court. Clock is just about right on your screen. Welker with it up top. Able to turn the corner. He gets the rim. He flips it up and in. No good. And rebounded by Zaya. Good rebound there for 15. And now the Cats back on offense. Big possession here. If you can get something good here, push it back to double digits, all of a sudden that momentum that we thought maybe was shifting a little bit goes back in our favor. Here's Parker now, and they're moving the ball around the outside. Going to be patient here are the Cats, as they should be. Inside pass. What a pass by DeCorey Parker to Webster. It's good, and one for the Cats. He fed that thing right through the teeth of the defense. He was on the left wing. Keelan ended up on the right block. Threw it right through the teeth of the defense into the waiting hands of Webster. He flips it up and in, and now he knocks down the free throw. Outstanding play by Parker. Great finish by Webster. And he makes the free throw, and just like that, this lead back to 12 points. Now the foul, I believe, going to be called inside on DeCorey Parker. He found himself on Welker, the big guy. Fighting him hard. Nothing going to come easy here in these last 4:30. 57-45. Here's that four across set once again. They look up top, knocked away by Webster. Loose ball picked up by Zay. He got ahead to Keelan, and Keelan in the open floor. Missed the layup. Holy cow. 4 minutes to go here, 12-point lead for the Cats. That's kind of a big swing. Now inside to McNeese. He looks up top. Here's Emel. And they're going to call an offensive foul on the screen. 4:10 officially on the clock. It is going to be Wildcat basketball. As Weaver checks back into the game for Homestead. He comes into the game for Brogan McNeese. Going to be full length of the floor for the Cats. Tyrese gets it into DeCorey Parker, and we are in business. Your clock is just about right. I'm off by maybe a second. Cats with it. We're about to enter the second half now of this fourth quarter. Tyrese over to Parker. Parker to the corner. Three-pointer, Isaiah Packer. And it's good. What a big shot by Zay. And another assist there by DeCorey Parker. Nice and easy on that one. I said the weakness in the 1-3-1 comes in the. Whoa, what a block by Tyrese! Welker was driving to the rim. He turned the corner. Ty met him at the top and sent that thing back. Cats end up with it, and now the foul going to be called on the other end. What an outstanding play by Tyrese. It is not all about the points with that kid, but a huge block. I sure wish you guys could have seen that one, because that was amazing. It's going to be side out for the Cats. 3:35 on the clock officially. All right, so the clocks now should be pretty synced up. And now a timeout going to be called over here by Alex Daniel. 3:28 officially on the clock. 60-45 is the score after the big three in the corner from Isaiah Packer. The Wildcats look to be in good shape here as we get ready to head down the home stretch. And with that, I'd love to tell you that Leadership Insurance is a full-service agency offering business, home, auto, life, and health insurance. They take pride in meeting your specific insurance needs, and they are proud supporters of Riley Wildcats basketball. Contact Leadership Insurance today for all of your coverage needs. And as always, go Cats. 60-45 here the score. We're feeling pretty good with about 3:28 to go here in this ball game. The Cats have been in control pretty much the whole way. Homestead able to close it to about 9 points there late in the third quarter, but the early fourth quarter has belonged to the Cats. We've got 3:28 remaining in this one. Refs trying to break these huddles up, get these teams back on the floor so we can finish this thing out. Cats going to come back on the floor with DeCorey Parker, Dontrell Johnson, Keelan Webster, Tyrese Jones, and Isaiah Packer. Starting five once again for the Cats. For Homestead, we've got Kuhlman, Weaver, Emel, Welker, and McNeese. Side out for the Cats. Tree able to inbound it to DeCorey. He's going to be met past half court. Really extending this 1-3-1 now. The Cats been able to handle it so far. Here's Tyrese now. Gets it in the corner to Zay. Gets it out of there. Top of the key now, Parker. Fakes the pass over to Tree. Thought about it. No rush here. No rush here for the Cats. Now opposite side, here's Zaya. The Cats moving the defense now. And that's going to be a foul called as Zaya looked to split the trap. 3:02 officially on the clock. 60-45 the score. It's going to be, so that's going to put Riley now into the bonus. So that's going to put Isaiah Packer at the free throw line. 60-45 is the score. 3:02 on the clock as Isaiah steps to the line for his first. This one is up, and it is good. 61-45 as Brogan McNeese checks back in. Checks in for his brother, along with Cameron Abring for Homestead. He checks in for the freshman Weaver. 3 minutes remaining in this ball game. 61-45 the score. I'm guessing Cameron Abring, a 6'2" sophomore, I'm guessing he's a shooter, as Isaiah misses his second free throw. So we're under 3 minutes to go in this ball game. Cats up 16. Here's Coleman, pulls up, three-pointer, and it's good. Can't give him too many of those. 61-48 now. We're under 3 minutes. We're still staying in this extended 1-3-1. Here's Tyrese, splits the D, middle of the lane. Nice pass down the Tree, but he's unable to finish. Gets his own rebound, no good. Rebounded now by Homestead. They're off and running in transition. Picked up well by the Cats. Now that's going to be a call, I believe, on Tyrese. Maybe. 2:24 on the clock. 61-48. It's going to be out of bounds underneath. That's the fourth foul, I believe, on Isaiah. 61-48, 2:24 on the clock. Looking for Welker. They get it to him. He's met at the rim by Webster and is immediately fouled, but he missed the shot, so it's going to put Welker at the line for two. That is, I believe, Keelan's. Is that his fourth? I believe it's his fourth. Looks like he might be checking out right now for A.J. Neely. Mac Welker, the 6'6" junior. Future Division I basketball player at the free throw line for the Spartans. So Keelan does take a seat over there on the sideline as A.J. Neely checks into the game. A.J. tough as nails and a very good defender. See what he can bring to the table here in these last 2:23. Free throw by Welker is up, and it's good. 61-49, as you see there on your screen if you're looking. Welker's second free throw. This is up and also good. So 11-point lead now for the Cats. Homestead really extending this press full court now. Handled nicely there by the Cats. Now the ball swung around. Tyrese, top of the key, gets it now over to DeCorey. They're not going to be in a hurry here. They're up 11, 2 minutes to go. Inside the tree, gets it to Zay. Zay at the rim, flips it up and in. Nice pass there from Tree, able to find Zay cutting along the baseline. Zay able to make the easy layup. And now here's Kuhlman. I believe that was blocked by Tree, if I'm not mistaken. And now we're under 2 minutes to go, 13-point lead for the Cats. Tyrese into the open floor. Now up top to Parker. Parker, middle of the lane, flips it up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Homestead. 1:37 on the clock. They get it ahead now. But stolen by A.J. Neely. I just said it. He's tough as nails. He came flying in, able to knock the ball and draw the foul. Another outstanding hustle play by A.J. Neely. He's made several tonight. 1:33 on the clock. 63-50 is the score, and that's going to put young A.J. at the free throw line as the Cats are in the bonus. The referee is now in a huddle figuring something out. 63-50 is the score. Be honest, I'm not even really sure what they're discussing. The foul was committed on the other end of the floor. As A.J. came up with the steal, the defender kind of ran up his back. And so no free throws. It's going to be out of bounds underneath full length of the floor for the Cats. 2-2-1 press now being shown by Homestead. They've extended this thing full court. Obviously looking to force some turnovers here. They've got about 90 seconds. The Cats up by 13 right now. We've got Tyrese and DeCorey and A.J. down here. Able to inbound it to Tyrese. Now to the middle of the A.J. They cross the half court, and he's tripped immediately. So now I believe A.J. is going to go to the line. 1:28 on the clock, and indeed A.J. does approach the line. While he's shooting that, I want to tell you that nobody beats Gates Chevrolet in December. Nobody beats Gates for price, selection, or trust. If you need a new ride, just visit any of their local locations. Gates is a proud supporter of Riley Wildcats basketball. Nobody beats the Wildcats, and nobody beats Gates. Go Cats. Both free throws up and good for young A.J. 65-50 now the score.
Stay strong, D.
Here's Homestead. Kuhlman with it up top, guarded by Tyrese. He gets it to the block to McNeese. Now to the corner, three-pointer by Emil, and this one is good. So Homestead still fighting. Full court press still being shown. Here's Tyrese, turns the corner. Steve nashes it a little bit, brings it back out, hands it to Parker. Now they're going to look to drain this clock as we are under 1 minute to go now. Wildcats up 12. Tyrese moves it to Parker. Parker over to Zay. And now a little four corners being shown here. Here's DeCorey. Cats definitely not in a hurry. Go ahead and drain this clock off, and let's get out of here with the W. Assuming this thing pans out the way we think it's going to here in this last 35 seconds. This is a huge win for the Cats. As I said earlier, Homestead came into this game ranked number 12 in the state. Wildcats able to really dominate in this one. They handled it really from the beginning. Now inside. Zay could have had the layup. Instead, just kicks it back out. Perfectly content to run the clock. Homestead now calling off the Dogs, and that's going to be it. What a big win for the Wildcats. A 12-point victory here at the Champions of Character Basketball Classic on the campus of Grace College. And an outstanding performance by these young men. Stand up and give them some love here. Great victory there for the Cats. We haven't been outside in a while, hoping that the weather isn't too bad. So we're going to go ahead and sign off rather quickly. But a big win for the Cats. Learned a lot about ourselves tonight. It is going to be one heck of a season, so we hope that you continue to tune in here on the Wildcat Broadcast Network. We'll be here bringing you the action, of course, all season long. Before I sign off, though, let me go ahead and bring you some of the final stats. Assistant coach Nick Weldy, an amazing statistician doing his thing over there on the sideline. And here we go. Let's see what we got. Leading scorer for the game is going to be Keelan Webster and Dontrell Johnson, both with 15. Isaiah Packer finished with 13. DeCorey Parker with 10. And this is what I want to tell you. Tyrese Jones, only 2 points tonight, 1 for 7 from the field, but he had 9 rebounds and 6 assists. Had 3 or 4 there in the second half that were just absolutely backbreaking, including a sequence where he had 3 offensive rebounds in a row. So Tyrese, a guy known for his scoring, an Indiana Junior All-Star, doing it in other ways. To me, that's the sign of a great basketball player, and he showed that tonight. So great game for Ty. We shot 48% from the field in this one, held Homestead to 45. So all in all, a great game, lots of contributors, and a big win for the Wildcats. That moves us to 3-0. Our next game is going to be next weekend at the Michiana Hoops Showcase at Marion High School. We'll be facing Niles High School. So we hope that you join us then. Until then, this is Big Coach P, the voice of the Wildcats, signing off from the Wildcat Broadcast Network the way that I always do, by saying, Go Cats.